Day 115. Well, it rained and stormed a good part of the night. We camped right outside the gate saying that this road was private, no trespassing. And neither of us slept very well last night, so we just got up early and started walking. And we've been passed by several cars going the other way. Nobody stopped, but I just got flagged down by somebody coming out of an intersection who advised me that this is private property. So I told him what we were doing, and I told him that this was a numbered road and that we're trying to get to Canada, and it didn't indicate on the map that we couldn't pass through. And he said, oh, well, that's cool, just have fun. And so I asked him how much longer this road is private, and he said he thought the lower gate was around 8 to 10 miles away. Fucking awesome. Oh my God. What a pain in the ass. So that's stressful. I was already stressed out. Now we have to worry about this for the next several hours because, that's a long ass way. And I'm still incredibly irritated and annoyed that this road isn't marked. I mean, there's signs at the top of this road, when you go into the Moonlight Basin, that the public is welcome. Maybe they just meant the ski area. There are signs saying that Jack's Creek Recreation Site, for that, which I thought was a public land site. That's only it was a little over 5 miles as the crow flies from where we camped. But this road is pretty wiggly. So I don't know. Anyway, gotta still be prepared to explain ourselves however many more times. But, that fucking sucks. This road is a numbered road on the Forest Visitor map, which indicates to me that taxpayers paid for the building and possibly the current maintenance of this road that the public is not technically allowed to access, which is some bullshit. It's also really the only route to get from Big Sky to Ennis without going incredibly out of the way and walking on highways. Also bullshit. And there are public lands on both sides of it. So it's super irritating when, I understand private landowners want to keep their personal properties secure and safe. And I agree with that. That's fine. But to deny the public access to public sites is some fucking bullshit. Whatever. Anyway, hopefully it doesn't start dumping on us again. Although it looks like it's definitely going to want to. But in the meantime, it's going to be a run for the border. Well, so much for our continuous footpath from Mexico to Canada, because Gino there, who works for Moonlight Basin Resort or Ranch or whatever the hell this is, picked us up on the road and drove us to the end. I guess at least the cops weren't called. It was just the area or the resort's private security. But man, that sucks. He drove up Nightcrawler had already stopped. He had stopped a little bit behind me and was doing a wardrobe change so that he'd catch up. And then the next thing I knew, this guy rolled up on me with his little security light flashing, all angry, and started berating me for being on private property and disrespecting private land and blah, blah, blah. I was like, look, this is a numbered road. I picked it specifically for that. He's like, I don't care. So I was finally like, okay, there's no arguing with this guy. He's not incorrect. We are walking on a private road through private property, despite all indications otherwise. So I just asked him, well, what would you like me to do? And he said, well, I'm probably going to drive you to the end of the property, but I'd like you to respect private property rights. Well, I can't really do it anymore after that. We're off the property now. And we're done with that. So whatever, we're back on public lands or public access road now. So I guess we'll be 4 or 5 miles short of a continuous footpath through hike. Well, there you go. Whatever. At least it wasn't a yellow blaze by choice. You know what I mean? Sucks, but that's better than getting into trouble or getting cited. Man, I can't afford any of those problems or that shit. So, onward. So we're getting water here at Jack Creek because we hadn't got any since we started. And I'm actually, I didn't even want to stop in that place to get water. I was probably going to end up getting dehydrated because I was just trying to run for the next gate to get the hell out of there. Because, that sucked. I didn't want to eat anything. I didn't want to look shifty. I mean, I'm wearing bright pink. It's not like I'm trying to hide out here. We're pretty much just trying to we walked almost 6 miles just to get to that gate. There was no indication anywhere on the road approaching it that we would be hitting what is essentially a dead end again. And it's funny because I asked Gino, they're at the beginning of the road or at the first gate, it says if you have any questions or comments, you can call an 800 number. And I forgot to take a picture of that this morning. And I thought, well, shit, I'll just give him a call because we're not trying to be sneaky or anything. We're just trying to get through, And I forgot to take a picture of it, but I asked him for the number, and he's like, it doesn't matter. He's like, they don't give public access to this road. And I was like, then I'm thinking, why the hell have the number then? You know what I mean? What is the point of that? But whatever. Anyway, after he calmed down and realized we weren't there to rob the joint or do any dodgy shit. We were just trying to get the hell out of here and get to Canada. He chilled out a little bit, and he actually ended up being pretty cool, considering the fact that he spent a good almost 10 minutes berating me like a school child. Whatever happens, it happens. It's all in a day. But, we here, we're safe. We're not having any issues beyond this now because he dropped us to where it's legal for us to be, and from here on out it's all still, here's hoping, because it's all still numbered roads and county roads and public roads. But hey, so was that one on the map, and look what happened. Now see, here's some people doing it right. All you want to do is just walk from one place to get to another. I don't understand what the problem is, with so many of these private places just basically shutting off roads that we paid to build, and we probably pay to maintain, but then they decide that they have the right to cut us off from it. But these people, it's not even a road. They got a trail through their private property with forest signs, mileage markers, and everything, which is fantastic. So thanks whoever owns this particular parcel of property. Road 166, if it is indeed Road 166, on the way into the Ennis Lake Basin's really beautiful. Oh my goodness. Nice water. It looks cold as hell, but everything does right now, frankly. And the rose hips are starting to pop out, which is awesome. Once we find some that are off a road, I'm gonna pick some because rose hips are so good for you. They're totally full of vitamin C. And there's some calories in them. It's fresh, natural food. Can't hurt. But this is actually a really pretty walk. It's busy. I guess there's a new house being constructed up the way, so we've been seeing a lot of work trucks passing us or coming from the opposite direction. This road's kind of narrow, but all good for the most part. It's just quiet, smells good. It's cold, but it's mostly stopped raining. All good things. Some nice views of the Ennis Lake Basin as we are making our final descent. We walk up the east side of Ennis Lake to rejoin the Butte got off red line route to cross the lake on the north side. Beautiful. Yeah, it's still a little chilly. The sun's trying to come out. It's not really having any success, but at least I was able to take the trash bag off. That's always nice. I mean, it looks good and all. It's like one of those 80s bubble skirts. Hot. And usually people just throw their tennis shoes over the telephone wires, but this animal went all out, just threw his whole nose up there. Damn. That's some next level shit. Never seen legs hanging from a telephone wire before. What the hell? And we have wind. I did not miss you, wind. It's actually trying to blow me over, which is amazing since my food bag is so full and heavy. But yeah, I'm having to walk like slanted this ways into it to not get yard darted over more in the middle of the road. Hopefully up here by this bridge there'll be enough of a windbreak with the trees, because we've just been out in the open exposed, basically like prairie for a while now, to sit down and take a break and pull out some more food to eat. As it's definitely still real chilly out here. And yeah, with the wind picked up like that, it sounds worse going through the telephone wires or whatever, or power wires, whatever those are. But it's definitely blowing. A final look back at the Spanish Peaks. Not the Sawtooth Ridge. The Spanish Peaks. From down in the Ennis Lake Basin. We're getting close to touching the east side of the lake. Ennis Lake Drive actually walks right up the shoreline of the east side, which sounds like it would be pretty nice on especially on a super sunny day. You could just hop over and dip in, but yeah, we don't have that. Oh, awesome. Here's some dogs. Oh, good, they know where their fence is, even though it's not actually shut. Hello, puppies. Some cool places down in here. We saw the last best farmhouse. That place was darling. It's for sale. Too bad I do not care to live here. We also saw a house that had 2 stories, and above the front door on the bottom story, right above it on the second story, was another door that led to nowhere. So we were assuming or guessing that that's how they get in and out of their house when it's snowing. What the? No! I don't want to live any place like that forever. Maybe in the summer, but then I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna pop outside and so maybe that wouldn't be good either, especially after wine. Anyway, headed to the lake. Hopefully the rain stays off us, because I don't think there's shit going on at the lake. There's no cover anywhere. There's some campgrounds on the north side, I think, but that's still another several miles away. Beautiful out here though. Get to the edge of Ennis Lake, and Nightcrawler spotted this like way far back, which is pretty funny. Got a privy detection system that is impeccable. Anyway, we're gonna go there, get some cover from this wind. It starts like 12:30, so hopefully patio portion of the pod, it looks like it's gonna be up. So we're gonna hole up in there, because hiding on the rocks is kind of our jam. Have lunch, and then make our way up to the north end of the lake. At least it's nice-ish in the sun. Bitch out here, and I don't know, maybe it's blowing the sun in, which would be nice, because it looks not too bad that way, and the wind's definitely coming from that way. Go on, blow it out of here. We don't want that. Because it's just open exposed out here. I believe there's a campground over there somewhere. We might go check that out. It's another 6 miles around on the northwest side of the lake towards McAllister. So, God, not the most ideal hiking conditions. Oh, and I lost my sunglasses at some point during yesterday's thunderstorm. Oh, check out the birds. Wow. Holy crap. I don't know what kind of birds those are. They're huge. Nice. I've just been hiding in the bathroom or in the porch of the bathroom. This weather's kicking our butts out here. Beautiful skies and clouds, but yeah, the gray ones, not so much. Grr. Oh, and hey, back to cows. Wow, we got a little shore break here on Ennis Lake. Whew. Looks chilly. Chilly. There are a ton of birds out here though. Oh my gosh. There's like a giant, looked like an oil slick, but it was made of birds. And I've seen a bunch of ducks. And yeah, tons of aquatic bird life out here. Pretty cool. I think part of it's because this lake is so undeveloped. I mean, it's almost all privately owned. That privy we were squatting in was like a little tiny square of BLM land swimming in private property. And I guess there's like a BLM picnic area on the north side of the lake as well. But other than that, it's pretty much all privately owned out here. But on the plus side, keeps it wild. This is good, I like this. Stay out of the water, cows. No swimming. Look at that zebra horse thing. Oh my goodness, that is so cool. I've never seen anything like that before. God, the sun finally, well, it's peeking out. No, don't go. We have shadows. Oh my goodness, it's trying so hard. Look how beautiful that is. Just gorgeous out here. Anyway, with the bridge crossing over Ennis Lake, which is part of the Madison River, apparently. I didn't realize that. Wow, this is just gorgeous in here. And looking back towards the lake, that's our way to continue around the north side of the lake, but we're going to stop and get some water here. It is just stupid windy. Freezing damn cold out here, but, oh, I tripped. I don't know how I made it this far. So there's supposed to be a dam. Obviously there's a dam on the Madison River because it comes out of both ends, or it comes into Ennis Lake from the other end that we walked in by the toilet, and exits here, continues here. There's supposed to be a dam right up here somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. So I went to go look at those signs together. Apparently this is the Upper Bear Trap Recreation Area, but it's day use only. Fucking swing. So there's a campground on the northwest side of this lake. We're gonna check it out as we walk by it, because we have to walk by there anyway. And if it offers any cover, since it's supposed to like start start storming and get it on. It's just blowing like crazy out here. Also, my national forest map ends on that side of the lake, so I have no idea when we get back into public lands. So we'll probably just camp there for the evening. We're already like, I don't know, by the time we get there, probably 27 miles forward on trail, almost all of it walked. I still am so upset that my continuous footpath is over, but forced yellow blazing, I guess, is an honorable way to yellow blaze as any. Probably the only honorable way to yellow blaze. Either get in the car or get in a lot more trouble. So, you know, pick your battles. Pick the hill you want to die on. Get to Canada, but not the cost of like paying fines, having to deal with tickets, going to court, crap like that. Fuck all that. I'm not here to hike. I'm not here to walk. Not hurt anybody or cause any trouble. This crazy little rock island off of, I can't even remember the name of this lake now. This wind is just like crazy making. It is not delightful. But that island is pretty damn cool. Oh, scared to duck. Sorry, duck. Wow, this guy like lives in a literal man cave and has his own Aryan eagle. What? That's how it's done, Marika. That's how it's done. Holy crap. Hopefully we're getting to the campground here soon. Ooh, I hope it's where those foliage are. Because otherwise, if it's just out and open and exposed, we are hosed. It's just way too windy out here. But looking back up towards Big Sky. And then up in front of us, I believe, are the Tobacco Mountains. Headed to the Meadow Lake. It says fishing access, but also camping. Oh boy. It's not like auspicious. Probably all the sites that do have whatever are taken, but we'll see. I'm just spin around this place. Hopefully we can just find a place, pitch our tents, and then wander over to McAllister and have a hot meal. It's just been a shitty day with the wind. And it's beautiful out here and everything, but we're both just getting abused out here. It's definitely not delightful. So we're tented up at Meadow Lake Campground on Ennis Lake. Oh my god, it's so cold. We're not even at 5,000 feet here, and I'm wearing all my clothes. It's fucking freezing. Bummer. Anyway, we got here like maybe around 4 o'clock, 3:30. But since I don't have like the detailed maps for our route going forward, and I don't know when we'll be on public lands again, and we're having charging issues since it's hardly ever been sunny at all. We haven't had an opportunity to charge up stuff really fully since we were in West Yellowstone. So I'm having power issues or concerns right now. So we thought, and there's actually full on, I got 4 bars of LTE here. What? I haven't had that in forever. I don't remember the last time I had 4 bars of LTE, but yeah, I got service galore. So we decided to camp here, especially since it's supposed to storm, or it was supposed to rain. It was supposed to start raining at like 1 o'clock and then like rain until 9. It hasn't started raining yet, so knock on wood. Maybe it won't, maybe it'll just blow over, I don't know. But there's a little crossroads town called McAllister near here, and apparently they have like a restaurant, like a bar steakhouse, I don't know. It sounds like, oh my god, I would just love to have a hot cooked meal that isn't out of a bag. You know, I mean, they're not bad, but you know, it's nice to get to eat a hot cooked meal, and I don't have to clean up after it, which is super nice. But it's like 1.4 away, and so we were definitely not going to try to like do that. Luckily though, at the campground, I met a nice guy from Canada. He's from south of Calgary. I think his name is Gary. I forgot though. I forgot almost immediately. I'm just like so frazzled by the wind. I swear, it's just been awful today. Anyway, he offered to give us a lift over there, so that's rad. So hopefully I can charge up at least my phone. I'm going to ask them if they'll let me leave my battery on one of their exterior outlets overnight, because we're walking pretty much right by there again tomorrow morning. I just need to charge up the phone enough to load maps on Gaia for this red route of the Butte cutoff to get going towards Butte again from here at Ennis Lake. So we'll see how it goes. But first, hopefully a giant hot meal, possibly a beer. Probably definitely a beer. We had a lovely dinner out with Gary, our neighbor at the campground, at the McAllister bar. Oh my God, it was so nice to eat a hot meal. And I had a salad. Oh my God, vegetables. Can you believe it? Anyway, it's freezing cold out here. We're less than 5,000 feet. I mentioned that several times already, I know. And I am freezing my ass off. So I think we're going to make hot drinks and call it a night. See you tomorrow.